Pretty scary, ain't it? Yeah, I'm sitting here. You're looking at a person as we take showers to try to keep clean and everything like that, but you don't. Sometimes you can't take a shower every day, and you particularly sometimes can't shave. I'm in my 50s now, but in my 20s, if I knew that I would look like this when I was 20, I probably would have had a face change or something. I've worked pretty hard the last couple of days. Last couple of days have been kind of hard. I've drive 300 miles down, 300 miles, you pick up a load, drive it down, then you go back and pick up another load. And you're talking about 300 to 400 miles each time that you do that. And I did that in the last 3 days. I went to a place and went to the main place and picked up and drove down, up, sideways, wherever I am. Drove down 300 miles, turned right around after loading, after waiting for them to load me for 4 hours. I turned right around, drove 300 miles back, dropped off the empty trailer, turned around, picked up another load, came back down here, almost the same place, turned right around, went back, did the same thing. Now that's something you do, local drivers do all the time, but they're not doing it 400 or 500 miles. It's just, usually I'm a regional driver, but you gotta take the good with the bad. I enjoy this, but I don't enjoy some of it. Some of it is being away from home. I really miss my wife. I really miss my son. I have a 16 going on 17-year-old son at the house. I have two other sons. One's grown. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 2 kids of his own, and I think she's got 4 kids. So that's a total of 6. So, and then my wife and I together have another bunch, another brood. So it's kind of interesting. But when you go home, you try to use quality time rather than quantity. So I used to be a paramedic, and I wasn't home for a couple of days. But this is something else. It's where you're not. I get home every other weekend, which is pretty good. I mean, I've probably got one of the best jobs out there as far as trucking, and that is that I'm able to have my own space. Nobody's breathing down my neck. Nobody's doing anything that's I can pretty much go down the road. But like I said in the last video, trucking's not for everybody. And for a long time I thought trucking wasn't for me, and I'm still not. The jury's still out whether or not it's for me or not. I'd much rather be at home, but this is something that a lot of people who are in business, a lot of people who are in industry and lost their business and because of the economy have gone into trucking. And there's a lot of trucks on the road, and people are making some good money working as a truck driver, but it's not for everybody. You gotta. My load is what was about 41,000 pounds, which is almost a limit because I drive a reefer too. So it's a giant. A reefer is like a giant freezer, giant ice box, giant refrigerator going down the road. So that's I call it a reefer, and it's But I drove down the road on that. But let me show you something. When you have to scale out, because if you're over, the limit on a truck is 80,000 pounds, and the limit on tandems, which is the wheels, you've got your front. You got 2 wheels in the front, which are your steer wheels. You've got, depending upon what kind of tires you have, sometimes you have super singles, but usually you have a set of 4, which your front drives. And you have another set of 4, which your rear drives, and then you have rear wheels on your trailer that you pick up. Now you pick up, all you have is the rear wheels on a trailer. Now you got 2 more sets there, so that's why. So a total of 18 wheels. That's why they call it an 18-wheeler. But when you scale out your drive tires, your steer tires, they have to be weighed separately, and your drive tires, which is the 2 sets on your tractor, which is up underneath the front of the trailer,
Those have to be weighed out separately, and then and then you have your tandems, which are in the back. Now you have a capability of sliding forward and back, and you have to adjust it to make sure that you have a good balance, because if you're over 12,000 pounds on your steers, you're out of, you're illegal. If you're out of, on each one of your on your drives, if you're more than 34,000, you're illegal. If you're more than 34,000 on your tandems, which is the back of the trailer again, you're illegal. So that's a total, is you can't be a total weight of over 80,000 pounds. Now, when you go to scale, you got to make sure that you're not more than 34,000 pounds on each one. So let's see what happened this morning. This morning I picked up a load, and the tandems were all the way back, because the wheels are all the way back of the trailer, because when they load, you want to make sure that you're not, that when they load it and things with a forklift, that they're able to mobile forklift, that it's able to hold under it. And when you have the wheels up underneath, it's a lot better. You understand the concept. But when you go to a scale, and then you determine whether or not that you have to move your tandems or not, forward or back dependent. Now let's see what happened this morning when I went and got my load, and what happened when I went to the scale. So let's take a look at a scale ticket that I got this morning.